January 7th. We must take turns. We must take turns diving into all there is and counting the time. Ew, did you ever do that when you were a kid? Like one of you would go underwater, dive underwater, and the other one would count? I used to have two stepbrothers, and we would do that. I wouldn't do it with both of them. The older one was older and, had his own things to do. He was a teenager, and he didn't have time for kid games. But me and the other brother, who was only 9 months older than me, we would swim a lot. He would throw things to the bottom of the pool, and I would go and get him. And this is when we lived in California, and we had a pool. We didn't always have a pool, but we did briefly. And that's what we would do. We would always play diving games and holding our breath and counting. The gift and responsibility of relationship is to take turns doing the dishes and putting up the storm windows. We don't have storm windows. Giving the other the chance to dive for God without worrying about dinner. While one explores the inner, the other must tend the outer. A great model of this is how pearl divers search the deep in pairs. Without scuba tanks or regulators, the one waits at the surface, tending the lines tied to the other, whose soft steps the sand for treasures he hopes he'll recognize. He walks the bottom, watching the leaves of vegetation sway, and sways himself till she tugs He walks the bottom, watching the leaves of vegetation sway, and sways himself till she tugs the cord. He swallows the little air left as he ascends. Aboard, they talk for hours, placing what was seen, rubbing the rough and natural pearl. In the morning, she dives and fills their baskets, and he counts the time, hands wrapped about her line. Quite plainly, these pearl divers show us the work of being together and the miracle of trust. We must take turns. Whoever is on the surface must count the airtime left, so the one below can dive freely. Yes, I agree. Sit quietly and meditate on a significant relationship you are in with a friend or lover or family member. Breathe steadily and ask yourself if you take turns diving and counting the time. When moved to do so, discuss this with your loved one. Ooh, that was a really beautiful one. I like today. All right, I'm going to do one more day because I know I will be going into the office this week and doing stuff, and I really just want to stay ahead. I don't want to ever fall this far behind again. So, one more day.